My father's secret DNA test detonated my relationship. I opened the envelope in the fruit bowl and saw my name written in my father's stern handwriting. Inside was a DNA report, and in a small bag, my toothbrush. Adrian, carrying a bag of bread, asked if it was from the insurance. I nodded without looking at him. I read female sample M and male sample AR, along with the laboratory signature my father uses for forensic tests. I understood immediately. He had compared my DNA with my boyfriend's without telling me. The air grew heavy. I remembered my father keeping Adrian's napkin in his pocket that dinner. I remembered his silence afterward, the fork tapping, the hard look I had mistaken for old jealousy. Now I saw the mechanics: watch, collect remnants, send to analysis, decide if my relationship was safe according to his fear. The report didn't say siblings, but it did say high match with a 58-year-old male, probable first-degree relation to him, my father. If Adrian was his son, I had been kissing a taboo. I put the paper away before Adrian could see it and said I needed to see my mother. I went out into the wind that split my lips. In the workshop, my father was standing at a table. He admitted taking my toothbrush and Adrian's cup, paying extra for rush processing, and opening the report to spare me trauma. He said he was protecting me. It was control. He spoke of my mother's infidelity and his vow to prevent another lie. I had become evidence. I slept on the couch with the paper under my pillow. In the morning, I went to my mother. She denied it, then pressed her hands together and admitted she knew about the obsession and let it happen for cheap peace. I returned and told Adrian everything. He sat silently. He had lost his father at 5. Now someone was placing his story on a metal table. He suggested repeating the test with my consent. I agreed in a whisper. We waited 3 days. My mother baked bread that no one ate. My father barricaded himself in the workshop. Adrian slept in his car for 2 nights to avoid running into him. I counted tiles and deleted messages. The mail arrived on Thursday at 9:17. No consanguinity exists between M and AR. Relief doubled me over, but left splinters. I cried in the bathroom. Adrian pressed his palm to the wall, searching for something solid. The damage was done. My father apologized with textbook phrases and suggested forgetting the excess. I asked him 3 things: that he apologize to Adrian, looking him in the eyes, that he destroy all copies of the report, and that he stay away from my intimate decisions. I took him to the dumpster and watched the paper burn. A dirty wind blew, and for the first time, he didn't speak. We spent a week at my aunt's house. We walked through anonymous squares, letting exhaustion speak. On the 3rd day, Adrian asked if he could stay with me without living under a detector. I said I would put locks on my door, on my boundaries, on the part of memory my father had tampered with. We returned on Monday. My mother had a folder, an old letter, a blurry photo, and a motel receipt, remnants of the origin. She asked me to help her burn them. We did it in the yard without ceremony. That afternoon, my father appeared at the threshold, shoulders low. He said he accepted staying out. I wasn't sure I fully believed him, but I opened the door just enough. Adrian extended his hand. He shook it awkwardly. I closed the door and prepared tea. I set 2 cups, moved the table away from the window where my father usually watches. The workshop stayed dark. Inside, the future fit in the new silence. I sat beside him and listened to the clock tick straight. I turned on the lamp and let the night finally belong to me.